Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Dana here, and this will be for the replay because I just went live and nobody's joined yet. So just going to talk to you for a second. I'm trying something different. Hey, Greg's in here. What's going on, man? Hey, trying something different. I'm doing a few live packing sessions for what sold. I did one on Monday, and I'm going to try one today. I've got about 1,350 bucks, whatever. I moved my paper over there, going out today between Mercari, eBay, and Amazon. I'm looking over to the side because that's where my chat is. Anyways, I've got a giant mess behind me. I made a huge mistake, which I'll wait to talk about till we get at least a few people in here. And it sucks. It really sucks. So stay tuned if you want to see that. Drop a comment if you pop in, and make sure you hit the like for all that fun stuff. So maybe this gets shown off to some other people as we're going on and packing. I pre-made a lot of boxes. That's part of my stack of just trash over there. Those are pre-made boxes, so you don't hear as much tape drama, as I'm taping every single box. So anyways, we've got 3 people watching, so I'll probably wait a minute or so, and then I'll get rolling into it. So I know Greg's in, potentially, hopefully still in the chat there. The other 2 of you, one just left. They weren't happy about that. Drop a comment and just let me know who's here, and hit the like. And if you enjoy it, share it on Instagram. Say, hey, come check out Come Pack Orders with Dana, because that's basically what's going on today. I'm just going to be packing orders, tell you what it sold for, tell you what I paid for it, where I bought it, and we'll go from there. So anyways, tape drama, absolutely. I was on listening to one with Katie Reeds and Dante, Prison of Profit, and Dante hates the sound of tape. And I'm like, how can you be a reseller and hate the sound of tape? That's what you hear. Like, I want to have like an hour straight of nothing but taping today. But whatever. So anyways, all right, well, hopefully some people join in. If not, then I'll just talk to myself for an hour or so, and we'll go from there. But Greg, thanks for hanging out. If you guys aren't following Greg, Rocky Mountain Resale, definitely check him out. He posts a lot of informational stuff on his YouTube and Instagram. So let's do it. Let's see. We'll pack a boring evening, easy one. Micheline, hi. No need to try and say my name. Is it Micheline? No. Thanks for the videos. Appreciate you checking us out, and hit the like if you enjoy it. Sold a tailor-made M3 golf club head cover. I picked a whole bunch of golf club head covers up the other day for $2 a piece, and this one sold for $17.99, free shipping. So I'm just going to throw that in an 8x6x4 box. I probably could just put this in a one of the poly mailers, but for a little bit better presentation, I'm going to just go ahead and throw it in a box. And if you weren't on my live the other day, the way I pack my orders is I'm just going to throw it in here. I'm going to label it M3, and then I make a pile on the ground of all my boxes, and at the end I weigh them all, and then I ship them. And I'll get you guys off for that part. You don't want to see that part. You just want to see what sold them for how much. So I tried doing a ship with me video on my shed yesterday about how to heat stroke. Yeah, I mowed my yard yesterday. I've got an acre, and I was out there till 10:30, 11, something like that. And I almost died from the heat. I'm still probably red a little bit. You can't see. I started out so white that you can't even tell. But anyways, fun stuff. Let's do an Amazon order. I picked these up at an estate sale the other day. They are LumaGuard. I don't know how to turn my camera around. Anybody know how to turn my camera around so these read the right way on a live stream? This is super weird. It records correct when I do it the other way. But anyways, I sold these. I paid $1 a piece for these at the estate sale, and I sold a 4-pack. This is the third 4-pack that I've sold on Amazon for $53.99. So $4 in, $53.99 is what it sold for. and they fit exactly in a 8x6x4 box. Isn't that sexy? Look how tight that fits, and it's exactly, I don't know if you'll see on there, right on the fold. Are you on StreamYard? Nope, I'm just straight on YouTube. All right, Lumigard. Into the pile it goes. Never mind, you're directly through YouTube. Yeah, I'm on YouTube straight, and I don't see any options. I always forget merchant fulfilled. Yeah, I do FBA and merchant fulfilled. When it's something like this, I didn't know if it was going to be good or not, so I just threw them up as merchant fulfilled, and they did great. I listed them as single and as the 4-pack, and the 4-packs just flew, so I got rid of the singles and just left it on there. Let's see. Let's do this one. Sony Handycam. The Sony. This was sold as 4 parts, untested, a Sony Handycam. It has the manual and a little remote here. I paid $5 for this at an estate sale because it didn't power on and there was no power cord. It's got a battery, but the battery's dead. And I decided I was just going to sell it for parts, $52.99, free shipping, and off it goes. And I did make sure that was the best offer that I got from somebody. I made sure they knew this was 4 parts, as is, untested, no returns. They said yes, and so off it goes. So I will use a little bit of bubble wrap on this just because it's an electronic, even though it's for parts and I don't have to. I still think it's a better thing to do for the end buyer. The manual I'll just toss in. I'll go like that. Packing paper. Sony and done. All right, we got 4 people in the chat. If we get at least 6 people, I'll tell you about the huge mistake, mess up, issue, drama that I've got going on. So hopefully we can get a couple more in here, and only 1 like. Sometimes I get a gut feeling that I need to message and verify something even though it was written 5 times. Yeah, you know why I did that? Because I got a return that's open right now. They bought an item that was for parts or repair only. It was shipped overseas. It stated in the description, the item specifics, the title, and I pictured the flaw on the item. They got it. They opened up a return for item not as described because it's defective, for the exact reason that I said it's defective. And I told eBay, I said, and they said, well, they said it's not as described, so they get to return it and you have to accept it. And I said, well, isn't the fact that I described it as defective and the defect that they're saying is not as described is the defect that I listed, that it proves that I described it 100% effective? And they said, meh. 4 breaking records today. Yeah, well, we got 5 now. There we go. I got up to 14 on my live on Monday. So anyways, if you enjoy it, share it with somebody else. Tell them to come hang out and chat today. But anyways, we get a couple. They left. We're down to 4 again. Anyways, thanks for you guys hanging out. Let's keep going. 2 thumbs up. Appreciate you. Let's see. This will be a fun one. I got number 1, 2, 3, and 4 of a Japanese version of Kiki's delivery service. I paid $1 a piece for these at Goodwill, so I've got $4 into them, and these sold for $50.37, including shipping, $50.37. And these will go media mail, obviously, because they're books. So they're a little heavier. Those are probably going to go at least at a 2-pound rate, maybe a 3-pound rate. Because I paid $50, even though I could ship them cheaper, I'm going to bubble wrap them and stick them in a box. Pre-made box. Here we go. And that is Kiki's. So again, labeled Kiki's, and off it goes. If you weren't in my live on Monday, I talked about this then, so I'll just hit it for you guys now. And anybody on the replay, thanks for checking it out. I have 2 different tapes here. I have the priority mail tape. You can see it's priority mail there. If I know it's going priority, I use the priority tape. And then I have a 3-inch roll of clear tape that I use for anything that is UPS, FedEx, first class, or media mail. So yeah, shout out Kiki. If you are not using that, get the free, if you're getting the free boxes from USPS.com, you can't order the tape there, but you can ask the people in your post office to give you some rolls, and they'll give you 1 or 2 at a time, and that's what I do. So anyways, you should have 2 rolls as well. Oh, let's see. We sold a Lego T-Rex for $29.99 plus shipping. I paid $5 for this guy the other day at a private pick. I've got the video for that one. I haven't edited it or anything yet because the guy was cussing up a storm, and there were some nudie mags that got pulled out at one point. And anyways, so I've got to go through that and edit it way down. But he had a tub, probably yay big by yay big by yay big. It's like, what are they, like 55 gallon, I believe. That is full. What's going on, Chris? Greg is off his meds again. Is USPS tape worth asking for? I think it is. If you're going to have, if you ship enough priority packages, I probably ship 50 priority packages a week. And if you go through 5 rolls a month, that's like $10-20 in tape. So times the whole year, you're going to save yourself a couple $100 by getting some free tape. Chris, you said you weren't going to join on the Instagram, and you made it popular for everybody else to say no, they weren't coming. So you suck. Anyways, paid $5 for this guy. I was telling you about that big ass tote. That big ass tote was full of minifigures, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of minifigures, and he wanted $700. I offered him $100, and he said no. And then I offered him $140. Yeah, the shirt, the shorts, right? I did that just for fun today, since I was going live and you could see me. eBay tape is trash. I do not do that. 3-inch tape is nice, absolutely. Anyways, invite people to the live if you want. So I don't know what I want to do. I have that guy's information for those minifigures. He told me he would probably take $250 when he started at $700. And anyways, it may be worth it. I don't know. Are you talking to me at Flip the World? I think he is. Anyways, this guy's tail comes off. So I'm going to take him apart so he will fit in an 8x6x4 box. I will throw a little bit of bubble wrap on there. And again, paid $5 for it just to round off. I was at $15 in purchase from him for extra stuff. I won an online auction, and when I went to pick it up, I turned it, like I said, into that private pick. And then about $15 in other stuff, and I couldn't get that whole tub of Lego minifigures, so I made him an offer of $5 on this just to round it up to 20. And then I'm hoping, like I said, that he'll sell me that tub of minifigures, because I think I could lot them up and auction them off and make quite a bit of money. So this is T-Rex. Bam, into the pile that goes. Let's see, let's do the next one. I bought these glasses. These are Vera Bradley Grace glasses with the case and everything. I paid $0.25 for these at an estate sale just because the print and everything on them was pretty bold. And I thought somebody would just have to have these. I don't know how well you can see that. Anyways, paid $0.25, sold them for $29.99, and I got 2 pairs, so I have another pair to go as well. Since those are in their own protective case, I think we can do a 7x4x2 box and save a little bit of money there. I always like to save the bigger boxes for when I absolutely need a bigger box. Seven by 4x2. You know, I got these 7x4x2s. I got like 200 of them off a lady from Facebook Marketplace for $5. And I was like, heck yeah, I'll get those. And then there were some 6x6x4s and some 4x4x3s or something like that. She was getting out of her own resale business. So if you're not checking there, Facebook Marketplace is a great place to get some cheap shipping supplies, especially boxes from people who are doing, like this lady was doing jewelry. And so I'm not going to buy out her old inventory, but if you're the right person, you could potentially buy out their old inventory. I've got a whole bunch of poly bags and stuff that I got off a guy for the same reason. He was getting out of reselling, and so I paid, you know, a penny on the dollar, Vera, for what they would have cost if I bought them that way. I got close to 50 large heavy-duty Lowe's boxes last week. Off of like Facebook Marketplace or at Lowe's? I need to go to Lowe's to get a box after the live today. There's an item I sold for $266 on Mercari that I bought for $100 at Lowe's, brand new. It's the third one of them I've sold, and I've got another one to go. I'm not going to show that one. That one's super top secret, especially for only 2 likes. I'm just messing with you. But off Marketplace for free. Yeah, you can't beat that. Let's see. I sold the Hurt Locker. So paid $1 for this at a thrift store. It is a steel book. If you're not familiar, watching on the replay, always check steel books, always check sealed media. Paid $1, sold for $19.45. Getting them from Lowe's wouldn't be nearly as cool. Yeah, I agree. I was wondering, I'm like, you got a big FBA shipment or something going on? This is not high dollar enough to worry about doing anything special. So I am just going to throw it into a padded envelope right here. This is Hurt, labeled Hurt Locker. I'll throw a piece of tape on it just because I'm cool like that. Keep it from popping open. It's a DVD, so it's going to go media mail, $2.89. Do I have the freebie app? Yes, I do have the freebie app. And I haven't gotten anything off of it yet, but I watch it to see if there's anything exciting popping up on there. Let's see. The Mighty Ducks. The Mighty Ducks hat right here. It is whatever, got a Boda Leaf coffee. Anyways, paid $1.99 for this at Goodwill, and I sold it for $18 plus shipping on Mercari. I personally just ship my hats in a box. Could I ship it in a poly mailer? Absolutely, but I think they just fit. You can't see on there. I got a camera or a light over here. They fit real nice in there, and I'm just going to do that. You have to pay for the eBay store to get free supplies. Yes, you have to pay for an eBay store to get a coupon. You don't get anything for free. They'll give you a coupon that you can use towards getting supplies. But normally what it is like it's a $25 coupon and you're going to spend $40 or something like that. So you're still going to spend something. But yes, you need the store to get the coupon to get the discount on supplies. Mighty Ducks labeled, into the pile it goes. I sold a Toyota hat. I got this at an estate sale for $25. It's a vintage Toyota racing hat. Not like super vintage, but it's got the cardboard and everything still in it. And I sold this for $25. And what did I say? It was under $1. I forget how much you paid for it, but under $1. And again, it's just going to go into a 8x6x4 Toyota. We got 5 watching and only 2 people commenting. If you're enjoying anything, or how are your sales, tell me something. Drop something in the chat over there. If you enjoy, you can also hit that like button. It's completely free. Supplies are overpriced, but if you're paying for a store with a coupon, yeah, it's a nice bonus on it. I do get these boxes normally from there, and they say eBay on them. But I started ordering blank ones like this because I ship a lot on Amazon Merchant Fulfilled, and you can't ship Amazon stuff in an eBay box. So I got a bunch of unbranded ones. I bought 200 of them for like $75 or something like that they shipped to me. Definitely wouldn't get a store just for the supplies. Facts. 3 likes. Thank you. We got 6 people watching. If we get up to 10, I'm going to tell you this horrible, horrible, rotten thing that just happened to me. And now we're down to 4. 2 people left. Every time I talk about people watching, they leave. I don't know what's going on with that. Can you ship Amazon in priority boxes? Yes, sir, you can. I do that all the time. They just can't be, they don't want you to use recycled boxes. And you're not allowed to use other branded, so like the eBay, that kind of stuff. This one didn't go for much, but sold for $18.46. I got 2 of these at a Goodwill for $1.99 a piece. This one sold for $18.46, including shipping there. And this came up on the last live, so just for the fun of it, for the couple people watching, I pay for all of my smaller boxes because I like to, when I'm shipping, and I'm going to ship, what do I have, 26 orders going out today, so it's not too crazy, but I did 39 on Monday. It's nice to look over and know that the 10 or whatever that are in this box, I can just automatically throw in eBay 8x6x5. It's an 8x6x4. You can see on there, but the 4 is actually like 4.5 by the time it's all folded, or 4.25, so you've got to round it. So I just 8x6x5. If I'm doing my other main box, it's an 11x8x5, and you can just type those in. So bam, bam, bam. Joe Dempsey sales, yes, light small boxes first class are great. And again, knowing what the exact size of them is, do I go get free boxes from dumpster diving? Every once in a while, but normally I'm looking for the bigger boxes that are going to be for those random one-off items. And I don't care as much. I'm probably going to Frankenbox it. I'm going to cut it some kind of way. I pay for like my DVD VCR boxes, 20x14x6, a 2016x6. that I pay for those ones because I want it to be super professional and safe, and those have a higher crush rating on them. So like if you're trying to file an insurance claim with USPS or FedEx or UPS or something like that, yes, feels professional. Finding free boxes. I love having a stack of brand new boxes. Yeah, so I have my recycle stack over here. That's my recycle stack. Some of those are new that I built for today, but otherwise I've got a recycle stack there and a bunch in the garage that are broken down. I found behind like Barnes and Noble, they do pretty big boxes, like a 18 by 14 by 9 or something like that, and they have tons of them. And they fold them flat and cut them and make them nice and neat for you, so you can fit like 30 of them in your trunk or bed of your truck or whatever when you go get them. So anyways, back up to 5 watching. Let's get to 10, and I'm going to tell you about that horrible, rotten thing that happened to me. But until then, let's look at what sold. Let's see, this will be a silly one. So this Webster's thing, I paid $1/4 for it at a yard sale. It is a spelling dictionary. Why would you need this if you have a cell phone? I don't freaking know. But I paid $1/4 for it, and I sold it for $15.99. Always heard U-Haul, big square boxes. Yep. I didn't really know exactly how I wanted to do this one. I'm just going to sandwich it in between some cardboard. I'm going to throw it in a bubble mailer. Because at $15, I don't want to pay for a box. And we're going to mark this Webster's. Bam. Into the pile it goes. Let's see. What do I want to do next? Let's do some super easy ones. Thanks again for everybody watching. 3 thumbs up, 5 people watching. Sold the Seahawks jersey. Paid $5 for this at an estate sale. Sold it for $21.99 plus shipping. Let's double check. So I polybag all of my clothes. I started putting them all in clear ones so I could see them. Otherwise, I'll have it labeled like that so you can see this is the XL one. I had an XL and a double XL. So if I weigh that is 13 ounces. So I'm just going to throw it into another poly mailer, and then this will stay first class. If it got, so like I got some jeans that are going to sell next. Double check the weight on those. These are 1 pound, 1 ounce. So we'll show you what we do with that in a second. So just grab another poly mailer. Even though I could ship it as is, it's already ready to go. I think one more layer of protection is just a little bit better. I probably could have fit this in a smaller poly mailer. Get all the air out of there. And then you don't have to, but I personally like to tape shut the edges if there's a big fold like that. So just smack it on there and tape it shut so there's not as much room for, like on this side, you can see how big that is to potentially catch on something. Ain't nobody got time for that. Issues happen. This is the Seahawks. And off over here it goes. So this one, it's apartment 9 jeans, size 12. So that's what I have labeled here. I know it's all backwards. I'm sorry. But this sold for $28.87. And because they are over a pound, you're going to grab your padded flat rate envelope. And because it's in this poly bag, it's going to slide in super easy, or a lot easier than it would if it was just the jeans. There we go. Fold it over, tape it shut. And we're good to go. Jeans, bam, labeled. Now we won't forget what it is. I know some people also ship them in the paper flat rate ones. I'm not a fan of that. I prefer the padded. I know the post office is giving some people a lot of crap right now for using those paper ones too, because they're for documents only, even though that's not 100% true. But it is what it is. You're playing by their rules when you do that. Let's see. We'll do this one next. Sold Wii Sports Resort. It is the disc and sleeve only. There's no manual. Most of these didn't come with a manual, so it's not a big deal. Sold it for $27.99 free shipping, and I paid $1 for this and $1 for a Wii Sports the other day. Don't ship much clothes. Will they not make it in a regular flat rate envelope? Save a little bit. Mention it now. Yeah. So they will, but I've heard other people having issues with it, and you only save like 25 cents, if even. So I would rather just use that. Do I use thank you cards? I do not. I have 843 positive feedback right now. Would I probably get more if I did it? Yeah. Would I maybe entice somebody into giving me a negative or a neutral that they wouldn't have otherwise done because I'm talking about feedback? Maybe. Hardly ever use that hard cardboard mailer anyways. I like the Tyvek one. Yeah, this one right here, it is my baby. That's my favorite one. I do not use the other one really. And I do not use thank you cards. Let's see. Anybody else? Do you use thank you cards? Maybe you can help answer that for her. I know there's only a couple people in the chat, but I don't do it. Some people have great luck with it. It's an extra step that I don't want to do. So for this one, I am going to put it into a 7x4x2 box flat like that. I'm going to fold it over and just tape that little piece shut. And then it's going into a one of these guys. And to be honest, it probably would have been fine without the extra cardboard. Maybe unnecessary. So I wouldn't say that the thank you cards are unnecessary. I don't personally see the value in them. I get positive feedback when it's deserved, I believe. People are going to leave you a negative if they want to leave you a negative anyways. Yeah, Greg over there, I don't sell things for repeat buyers. That's the same thing here. Everything I sell, 99% of it is one-offs. And so real talk, I don't believe anybody who curates a store, like your eBay store, to be like perfect, this whole store. I don't think there's very many people, unless they follow you on Instagram or YouTube, that care about a store. They go to eBay. If they want a pair of size 12 jeans, they search size 12 jeans. If they like a specific brand, they type in that brand. If they like a wash, they type in that wash. They see everything that pops up, and they click on the cheapest one that looks good for them. So that's my personal opinion. I don't curate a store. I just have a whole bunch of one-offs, right? How many of this stuff? I sold an old lady sweater that will be going out in a little bit. That same person who just bought Wii Sports Resort is not caring about that old lady sweater. So I don't know. Not that there's anything wrong with that. For those of you out there who, we are at 9 watchers. We are one away from me telling you about that horrible, rotten thing that happened to me. So I was saying, not that there's anything wrong with anybody who curates a store. I know some friends of mine who do Crestland. Hello. I know some friends of mine who resell that have like nothing but shoes or something like that, and they try and make it all the pictures look exactly the same. I think that's freaking awesome. I think their store looks amazing, but I don't believe that many people shop the store. I think they're still just shopping eBay, and they find what they want. And if it just so happens to be in your store, then great. I didn't think about it like that. Do I buy shipping insurance for the more expensive items? What's the value before you consider buying insurance? Yes, I do, and it has to be like $200 or more, or if it's first class, if it's a higher dollar amount because they don't insure it. So if you buy priority shipping, you get $100 of free insurance anyways, or FedEx or UPS. So if you go through any of those, you're going to get $100 for free anyways. If my items, like say it's $145 or something like that, and it's going to cost me $4 to insure that other $40, I'm not paying 10% of the cost that it's the extra insurance, because personally I don't think that makes any sense, because I probably only have a couple dollars into it anyways. I'll end up paying more in insurance than I paid for the item that I'm selling, to be honest. So $100 items ship priority because you get $100 automatically above 200. So me and Greg right on that same page. If it's not above 200 at least, I'm not worried about adding that extra insurance, unless, like I said, so say this video game right here, I wouldn't ship it in one of these if it was $100. But if it's $100 and I can ship it first class for $3 because of weight, and then add $3 of insurance and ship it all out together for $6 or $7, versus paying the 8 and change to go priority and have that $100 insurance, that makes sense. That's where I would look at it that way. Signature confirmation is a scam that's not worth paying for. Facts. Do you know the fact that it gets delivered is all eBay needs for proof? The tracking number showing it gets delivered, unless it's over 750 bucks, 750 or higher, and then you have to do signature confirmation or you are not covered, just like Joe said there. We were 1 away from me telling you about my horrible, rotten, crazy thing, and now we dropped down to 6, back to 7. Ooh, come on, 3 more. Let's see, let's do USPS shoebox. Since it's priority, we got to use the priority tape. Oop, we're at 8. We're getting there. 8 people watching, only 3 thumbs up. Come on, people. Help a brother out. I don't know why I said that. If you didn't know, I'm a little weird. I have a better chance of signature confirmation holding up, having your buyer mad because they can't make it to post office. Absolutely. Delivery temps, all that kind of stuff. I will not do. I've only done signature confirmation on 2 things before, and it was an $800 item and a $900 item. Anything else, even $500 or whatever, I would not do signature confirmation because it costs you money and it doesn't help you in your appeal with eBay if an issue happens. All eBay would say is, did it get delivered? Give us the tracking number. That's all they want. On 750 or greater, you have to. Facts. All right, so I paid, these sold, I paid $5 for these New Balance. They are 990s, V4s, really good condition. I got them at an estate sale, sold for $81.98. There's a whole bunch of people out there that bubble wrap their shoes and all that. I guess I see it for like a presentation to your buyer and all that, and if you're putting the thank you card and all that in. I don't see it, so I do not. Dumpster Diver Dad, what's going on, man? Thanks for joining. We're at 9, 10. We just hit 10. Awesome. So let's see. I've been telling everybody we got to wait till, oh, now we're down to 9. I can't tell you. Bunch of suckers. 7 thumbs up, though. Thank you for doing that. Let's see. We'll do a fun thing while we're waiting and hoping one more person pops in. These shoes are like down here, and sometimes it matters, sometimes it doesn't. I don't think it'll matter on this one. Yay, 10. Yeah, but they left already. We're down to 9. So sometimes it matters, sometimes it doesn't on the dimensions of the box. I don't think it'll really matter on this one because of the weight. But for fun, I'll show you, or anybody watching on the replay, how to resize if it was a really heavy item, just for fun, and potentially save you a little bit of money on shipping. So what I do is I have a pointy knife that I'll do for that. You can stick it in the box right on top of the shoes and then just poke it out the side, right at the edge for where the shoes are. Anyways, and then if you take the back of your knife and then just drag it from point to point all the way around. And just cut up the seams. Now, if you fold it out and fold it down, you've got a much smaller box that's going to go on here. We are back at 10. All right, let me finish this one and we'll tell you the story. And then just cut off the excess there. Saves you from having to put a whole bunch of extra padding stuff in there. Hurry before we lose. We got 11. I'm going to do it either way, but thank you for everybody who's hung out to this point. 11, now we're down to 10. 8 likes there. All right, we got it all taped shut with our priority tape. New Balance. All right. So, for the horrible, rotten thing that happened to me, if you see those curtains back there, they are hiding. There's doors back here, and I have to keep that closed because the light jacks with the camera when I've got that on. So in Arizona, when it rains, it doesn't just rain. It comes sideways. It goes left and right. The rain goes up. Your doors shake and rattle. Like, it is crazy when it rains here. And apparently, the last time that it rained and stormed, water leaked through underneath the bottom of them, and it came right over on the edge there. And right on the side of that shelf, I have records that are stacked on the bottom, and then some right above it, and then some right above it. And apparently, the ones that were stacked on the bottom, I had about 15 records that were on the floor, which they shouldn't have been on the floor, but I had moved them to the side when I was getting a different record, and I left them there. And they got wet from the rain, and I didn't realize it until I sold an Oingo Boingo record today for $59.99 plus shipping, and I went to pull it out, and the cover ripped. And I was like, oh my God, what the hell happened? And it was wet. Like, it wasn't still wet, but it was like, you could see the water damage. They were like stuck together for a whole bunch of records. There was a Skinny Puppy record in there. There was an Aha record in there. There was a Squeeze limited edition record in there. There was a Suicide Silence record. There was a few ones that weren't worth anything, like some Snoop Dogg and Fabulous and whatever. And I had to not only refund and cancel a $60 sale, which sucks horribly, because I only paid $1 for the record. So the good thing is I'm only out like $20 in cost of goods that I paid for these things. But I had to throw away over $300 in records because they got damaged from that. You never heard of any of these bands, but I'm gonna guess they're valuable. Yeah, some of them are valuable. Go look up. Maybe I'll put it on Instagram later. I don't freaking know. But man, I was so pissed because I'm like 300 plus in records that I had to throw away, which wouldn't have hurt as bad if one hadn't just sold for $60. 60 freaking dollars for a $1 record that I had to cancel an order and throw away. So I'm mad, and it is what it is. There's nothing you can do about it, but it's my fault because I shouldn't have had them on the floor. I have crates over there that they go in the crates that keep them up on their edge because you're not supposed to stack records flat. They're supposed to stay. Time to leave Arizona. Oh man, give me a thumbs up. Make me leave Arizona. I don't know. I'm gonna go visit Greg over there in Colorado. Go see the Broncos some more. But yeah, that sucks. And not on top of that, or not only that, but on top of that, I sold a Pyrex D-handle vintage 4-cup cup, whatever, mixing cup, measuring cup. And I paid $1 for that in a estate sale. And I sold that today for $40 plus shipping. and I went to go get it out of the bin that it was in, and it must have got rattled around when I was digging for something else, and it had a big chip in it that it didn't have when I listed it. And yeah, hopefully lesson learned. Yeah, lesson learned. I will not have anything on the floor over by them windows. It only rains like 3 days a year in Arizona, so I just need to check it definitely the next time that happens. And anyways, so I also had to cancel a $40 Pyrex sale because it was chipped out in the garage, and it was just like one thing after another. And you know, I was in a bad mood already too, because I had a return request because somebody bought a pair of shoes for me. They were a pair of Vans, funny enough, that I bought off of Greg. And the lady bought them, and she got them, and she said, "Oh, I thought these were a size 6.5. These are a size 9, and or a size 8 or whatever it was." And I'm like, "Why would you think they were that size? It says in the title and the description and the picture of the tag the size." And so she's returning them, and whatever. People are crazy. But guess what? It is what it is, and it's part of business, and it's life, and I move on, and I still got $1,300 in orders going out. That $1,300 that I told you about does not include the $100 in cancellations that I had to do. Yeah, it wasn't Greg's fault. Nothing was wrong with them. It was the person didn't know how to read a title. 2-year-old broke a Christmas ornament, had to rework an $89 sale. Sucks though. Happened to me. Yeah. Anyways. Life happens, and then you move on. Let's see, I sold a microphone, paid $2 for this at an estate sale. It is a vintage realistic super cardioid dynamic microphone. Bread and brother. Hayden, what's going on, man? You missed my fun story, or maybe you heard it, I don't know. But $1,300 going out today between eBay, Amazon, and Mercari. And one of those items that is that super secret one I told you guys about that I can't tell you about, it came from where he's talking about Hayden there, bread and butter. I bought an item that was called out there for $100 in store, sold it for $266 on Mercari. So I'm not showing that one, but I'll tell you about it. This I sold for $31.99, paid $2 at an estate sale. Since it's already in its own box, I'm just going to go into an 11 by 8 by 5, and I'm going to fill it with packing paper and call it good. I don't think it'll need anything extra special. And this will probably still go first class. It'll be on the edge. Mike. Let's see. Story wasn't as fun as I anticipated. More depressing than anything. Yeah, that's why I didn't want to tell it. I was not happy about it. It was a horrible, rotten thing. I told you it was a horrible, rotten thing, and it is what it is. Let's see. I don't know how I want to do that one yet, so that one is gonna wait. Let's do an easy one. This sold for $19.99. If you've been following me long enough, you know I bought hundreds of transmission manuals, paid 65 cents a piece. Like I said, $19.99, free shipping on that. Subscriptions. I'd like to know the best place to order electronics boxes. Amazon. I buy 20 by 14 by 6 and 20 by 16 by 6 for my DVD VCR combos, DVD players, mixers, all that kind of stuff. You can generally get like 50 of them for about $100. I sell a lot, so that's what I do. I buy them 50 at a time, and they're about $2 a box for those. Since this is just a little book, it's not going to get damaged or anything. I'm just going to throw it into a poly mailer. Doesn't need to be that big. Oh no, am I out of my other ones? There we go. So it's just going to go right into a poly mailer. I'm actually going to double bag it. Just for fun. tablet. You can buy, for beauty subscriptions and more, you can buy less boxes, but you're going to pay more per box. You can also go recycle, go check behind a Best Buy or something like that. You might be able to find something there, but I personally buy them, like I said, 50 at a time. I use so much. It's tax write-off anyways for shipping expenses, so might as well get the good stuff. I probably got way too little for these, and I should have taken them down and listed them individually, but I sold 12 different Superman, Batman comics here. They are all bagged and boarded, except for maybe that one, that one, that one, that one, that one. There's a few variant covers in here. Sold these for $27 plus shipping, and which is like not even $2 or whatever per comic. So I don't think I did really well on these, but I got them. I bought a box of comics from a guy for $40. I pulled these out in about 15 other ones, and I sold the other loose ones for probably 30 or $40 total. I sold the box of comics at a yard sale for $50, and now I got this out of it. So I did well overall. It's just these individually wasn't too exciting. Since they're comics, they cannot go media mail. So these are going to have to go into a box. I'll bubble wrap them first. Anybody in here who sells comics is probably going to not be happy with however I pack these, because I am not a comic seller, and so I don't have any specific fancy way to do these. But I think if I just get this on here nice and tight and then go around the other way, they should go into a box just fine. Is anybody else shipping orders this morning? How are your sales? What you got going out today? Drop it in the comments. I'm just curious. I ran a 10% off my whole store coupon on eBay yesterday just to try and see if it would do anything. I'll have to go into my dashboard and see if any I know the Wii Sports Resort came from the coupon. I don't know. I don't believe any of the other people use a coupon on there, so I don't know if it's worth it or not yet, but I'm trying it just for fun since it's a new thing that eBay has. Again, free USPS priority stuff. Since this is heavy, it's gonna have to go priority anyways. Go in just like that, bam. But we don't need to pay for all this empty space that's in that box. So we're going to put it down. Otherwise, we have to use a ton of packing material in here to fill all that void, and I don't think it's worth doing that anyways. When I do these boxes, I fold it over like that, fold it, and I cut the one side down, fold it over, and then fold it over again, and you've got the peel strip on this side that you can peel on and use as part of your shipping. Where did it go? Just make sure if you're doing that with any of these that they are regular old priority boxes, not a flat rate, because technically, per the rules, you can alter a flat rate as long as you pay priority shipping. But if you get anyone who complains about it along the way at the post office you shipped it from, the post office that it goes to, whatever, they can decide that they want to charge you extra. And there's about nothing you can do about it. Batman Comics. And that one is a Dune. Let's see, we'll do this one next for fun. I did an online auction the other day where I bought a bunch of stuff, and I paid $22 for the whole lot. And this was one of the things in there. I didn't even think too much about it because it was just kind of off in the background. But I paid, like I said, $22, whatever, for the whole thing. So I probably have about $4 into this compared to what I bought for the lot. And I listed this yesterday, and it sold in 1 minute for $89.99 plus shipping. So buyer all in was around $110. And I obviously underpriced it because it sold in 1 minute. Somebody had a saved search waiting for this, and they saw it and they snatched it up. So great profits, but way underpriced it. I went back and looked after. There was a similar one to this that somebody had listed for $300. Obviously, it hasn't sold, so it's worth more than the $100 that I got for it, and it's worth less than $300 that person's asking. So how much the total is, I don't know, but I'm fine enough with what I got. Sometimes you just have to be satisfied. Nobody else is packing anything this morning? Nobody else has any sales? I ship every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So some of these sales rolled over from like Monday night, but most of these are Tuesday sales. And then basically what's going to happen after this, anything after I'm done shipping today, will roll over to the Friday shipping. And I do that just to give myself a little more time. So now once I'm done with this, I can get more listings done. I can do sourcing if I needed. I don't need sourcing. I have way too much stuff already that I haven't listed. Any of that kind of stuff. And then listing, which is what I need to do, is what I'm probably going to end up doing with that extra time. So I'll have to check that. That should fit in. This is the 1095. It's just a little bit bigger. You got to have all of them. So you can see the thickness of it there. Maybe you can see, maybe that's a little bit better. This one's a little bit wider. So 1092s, 1093s, 1095s, you gotta have them all. Fit nice and tight in there. It's not gonna get damaged. And then again, I'm gonna do the same thing. Just cut it down. If you do this method, I take no responsibility if you stab yourself cutting through the box. You can also use a much smaller knife than this. Obviously, you don't need a really big one. Come on, you sucker. Anybody else sing to themselves? Are you weird like I am? Normally, I don't do lives like this. This is only my second live ever. Normally, I do a what sold, but I'm just trying different things with the channel, and I figured I would do it this week, just do some lives, and so it's a wet sold / packing, shipping, all that all at once. I get more done at one time. And I thought this might be fun for people who are able, oh dang it. I peeled it and stuck that down before I made sure it was tight. So there's a big old gap right here, I don't want that. Is Sound Blaster. All right, Sound Blaster. See, we still got 8 people hanging out. Really appreciate that. My phone is blowing up over here with alerts. Deal of the day, eBay. Cook group I'm in talking about the PS5 drop. So anyways, that's that, that's that, that's that. Let's see, I'm going to show you a few things. I'll probably just pack them separately for fun and to not take up too much time today. I sold this clock. It is a Gray Lab darkroom timer. And I paid $5 for this at an estate sale on Saturday, and it sold. I should have looked before I brought it over there. $63.47. I'm going to fill in here with some packing material, and then I'll put this in a different box. But that'll be boring. You won't care about that. I sold this Illumage Touch. It is, I believe, a hair removal thing. I paid $10 for this at an estate sale, and I sold this for $119.99. So let's pack that one. And I'm going to do this one separately, too, because I'm just going to throw it in a box. This is a wool sweater. Sorry, work can't always chat. Part-time seller like the live video. Hey, that's all right. Listen while I work. That's what I normally do. I just throw on YouTube and listen to other people while they're out at sourcing or talking or whatever, and it's just for fun. This sweater sold for $53.89, and like I said, I paid only a couple bucks for this at an estate sale. It is wool, and it is by Toshi, Toshy. We can see that on there. Anyways, Toshi. And then. Well, see, maybe I'll do 1 or 2 of these live. I'm just trying to help out, so if people don't want to watch for the entire time, you can see what I sold. I sold 3 golf clubs. I sold the driver for $63.23, and I paid $1 for it. It's a TaylorMade. It's CBGR7. I sold this brass putter Ping. It's a Ping Kushtin. The putter sold for $35.13, and then I sold a TaylorMade burner 5-iron, and the 5-iron sold for $51.34, and I paid $2 for that. So great money in golf clubs. If you want to see, hope my boss doesn't listen. If they do, I hope they learned something. So let's see, I'll pack the Illumage, and then maybe I'll pack at least 1 or 2 of these golf clubs live. And then I'll do the sweater and that separately because those are going to be boring and take a little while. But worst case, you've seen everything that I've sold at this point. My total, $1,336.64. Again, you saw everything except that one item I sold on Mercari for $266. But like I said, it's a top secret because I want everybody selling that one on top of me. And all these other ones are one-offs, so I can show you those all day long. Let's see. Let's do a golf club. Just because. case anybody does decide to jet out early. So if you don't have them, these are the medium mailing tubes that you can order for free off USPS.com. You can also get a lot of them for free at the post office, but not everyone carries them. The thing you have to remember on these, I have a whole video for how to ship golf clubs. If you're interested, go check that out. Is make sure you fold it with the red side out, the blue side in. Otherwise, you're going to pay the express rate, and it is a whole lot more. So there's folds on it. You just fold it on the folds. And there's another fold. And then the mail little tabs go into the female slots. And then on the edge here, you fold in the edges, and they go in, and then there's a little tab that secures it. Anybody remember that? Andan? I said that to my wife the other day, and she was like, what are you talking about? How do you not remember Andan? Anyways, so I take priority tape, and I go over the end a couple times, each way, all the way, just so it's nice and secure there, and on that side. And then down here where all of these are, I'm going to tape over the tabs, and then I'm going to put a slot down her. Keep it a little more secure. Anybody else in here sell golf clubs? See you later, Greg. Hey, thanks for hanging out, man. Appreciate you supporting the live this morning. All right, so so we're doing this one right here. It's gonna fit. Hopefully, oh no, it's just a little bit too long. So let's do the putter. So you don't have to do much to a golf club. They are pretty solidly built anyways. But what I do is take some bubble wrap around the end, tape that on. Just to give it a little bit of cushion. And then I'm going to bubble wrap around the head as well. If you're watching on the replay and you've enjoyed anything, please consider subscribing and liking the video. If you hate it, you are welcome to thumbs down. I hope you don't hate it. I hope you don't thumbs down it, but if you do, that's your prerogative. So you can see in there, it fits right to the edge, which is freaking awesome. And bubble wrap to just keep it from rocking around in there. And then this is just going to fold in. This is going to fold in. We're going to repeat the process of just taping over the edges. And this one is the putter. And basically all golf clubs are 2 pounds, so I know what that's going to be super easy. Now let's do a little bit harder one, because this one was a little bit longer, right? So we're going to start the process exactly the same. Fold it all up, make sure the red side's out. If this was on another video, we would have the magic of editing, taking out this boring part, but guess what? If you want to be a reseller, this is what you got to do. This is your life. Folding boxes. the, we talked about it on Monday. This is the unsexy part of the job, where you see the profits and you say, oh man, that was amazing, and you go do the fun sourcing, and everybody likes to talk about that part. Nobody likes to talk about the boring packing, shipping, listing. Ooh, I'm running out of tape. Maybe you guys in here sell golf clubs? I don't want to bore you with the shipping a club if you're already very comfortable with it. I just thought I'd do it because it's a little different. Most of the other stuff was pretty straightforward. Stick it in a box for an envelope. All right. So, let's get a little bit of wrap on this one. You don't have to wrap the bottom end of the club, but I just think it helps it to keep it from potentially like popping through, making a hole in the box, something like that. That's going to make it a little bit taller, and now as you can see, it's sticking out of the edge, and you cannot ship this like that. So we have to remedy that situation. So I'm just going to tear the top off there because we don't need it. To prepare the top of the club, because we're still going to throw a little bubble wrap on here. And now what we're going to do is we're going to take tell you what I was doing, but I just did it. We're going to take the top of one of the other ones and we're just going to cut it off like that, and we're going to make another top that this is going to go on and fold over for that. So there's a whole bunch of different videos that kind of show you different how-tos and that. So everybody has their own way of doing the next step. I personally do it different ways every once in a while, and just whatever works out is what works out. But I like to personally take the end shut a little bit, then I can slide it over it, then I'll tape it around to make it tight. If you guys can get it the right way. Make sure you cut the right end of the box off. Hopefully I did that. Yep, I'll slide over that, and then we'll tape that shut. So anyways, that's how you, well, it's got to slide down still. So anyways, that's how you ship a longer golf club and make that work out. So any questions in the chat, drop them real quick. Otherwise, we hit an hour and 14 minutes. We've got all but 1, 2, 3, 4 things packed, and I'll just pack those separately, but I did show you what they were. So any last minute questions, drop them now or forever hold your peace. I wish it showed you like the little ... if somebody was typing something on your cell phone. All right, we see people dropping out, so everybody's taking off. Anyways, hey, thanks for everybody who hung out for a while. 12 thumbs up. Hopefully on the replay that'll be a little bit more. If you learned something today, let me know down in the comments. What was your favorite item? Did you enjoy the live listing format, and or did you hate it? Should I go back to the 15-20 minute what sold videos and not do these? I don't know. 13 thumbs up. Somebody who's still here did that. You the best. Appreciate it. And I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. Y'all have a great day. Thanks for watching. Happy sales. Peace.